Does anybody else feel like ChatGPT just isn't itself lately?
Getting up and going to work is hard, but dating an ugly rich guy is also hard.
My favorite way to insult a guy is to tell him that he looks ticklish. Why is it okay for men to like younger women, but it's weird if older women like younger men?
I never said that it was weird, ma'am. You can like whatever you want. Nobody cares. What I said was that most young guys that go after older women, it's because they just want to have fun. Because the women that are their age or younger don't pay attention to them. So they want to have fun with older women. But don't expect them to take you as a wife. That's it, ma'am.
The hottest thing a man can do is be obsessed with you.
Men will literally eat ass, but they're too scared to tell you how they feel about you.
How do I explain that I want a man who's going to drop to his knees and bark like he wants it? But I also want a man that's too much of an alpha to ever drop to his knees. Where are those men at?
In your dreams, ma'am. Those kinds of men don't exist.
Do men know that all you have to do is make sure she's in her feminine energy? And how you put her in her feminine energy is just to make her feel safe.
Why does a man have to put a woman in her feminine energy, as you said, ma'am? You wouldn't date a guy that isn't masculine. We don't date women that aren't feminine. It's not my duty to put you in your feminine energy, as you say. It's so stupid, guys.
Why are men who are the best at it the worst? You know what I mean? Like they're...
Because they have a lot of practice. Why do they have a lot of practice? Because they had a lot of interactions with women. So they're not the kind of guy that will settle for you. So usually they're liars. They're the players. They just sleep with you and then ghost you and go on to the next. That's what women don't understand. When you're going on a date and he has game, he knows exactly what to say, he's charming. It's because he's done this a lot of times. He has practice. So most likely, he doesn't want a serious relationship. He just wants to sleep with you and go on to the next. He's the player.
They're the worst people, but they're the best.
Girls, it is better to complain about not having a man than to complain about the man you're with. On today's episode of The Most Embarrassing Thing That's Ever Happened to Me, I called him by the wrong name during adult fun time. The wrong name.
Okay, so it's clear she slept with a lot of men if she can't even remember his name. By the way, guys, I can see that only 45% of you are subscribed to my channel. So if you enjoy my videos, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
When he says, how was work? Instead of, quit your job, you know? Stay home and make sure your hands are moisturized. The direct deposit's gonna hit soon. It has been so long since I have been on a date or like a first date that I'm wondering, like, are people even going on dates anymore? Like, what are you guys doing? What are we doing?
What do you do for a living?
I'm a fitness model. I'm the before picture.
I'm gonna be the bigger person here.
Oh, you're definitely the bigger person.
No, you definitely are. I got a Coke body figure.
A 3 liter?
No.
A 12 pack?
Ladies, stop with the filters. Okay? Really stop with the filters. Because you become a missing person, we're out here looking for Miss America when we should be looking for Sasquatch.
Trying so hard to be a good girl and not post a bikini pic for the male gaze, but I look too darn good?
Oh my God, can I be in it?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you double sure?
Double sure what?
Okay, does height matter in a guy?
Absolutely. Yeah, I disagree with you.
Step on the...
Does the perfect man exist? I don't know yet. I have a man right now that spoils me, but I don't want to date him. Why not? He's 5'6". I don't even want to touch him, so... Oh, okay.
But you still do because he spoils you, because he buys you nice things, because he gives you money. There's a name for that, ma'am. It's called prostitution.
Hey. So yeah, he's just buying me like Cartier, and I'm like, thank you.
How long I last in bed?
2 seconds.
Nope.
Okay.
Add 88.
84 seconds.
Add 88.
Oh wait, 80. Okay,
I can't do math.
88
I
plus
can't say
2
it. I'm trying to make
is
you guess it.
91 seconds.
88 plus 2 is 91. And the first time she said 84.
Slow burn joke you got for us?
So when my husband and I first started going out, he was a really bad snorer. And what he told me was when he lay on his back, his balls would cover his anus and create an airlock, and that's why he snores.
I took this chick out in Miami, and it changed my complete opinion on everything. First date, we sit down, and she just starts firing orders on her side. Can we get a caviar by the tin? I was like, what the? Like a whole tin of caviar.
Oh, that's expensive.
Date
really?
one. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Wait, how much was it?
My guy, did you talk to her before going on a date more than 2 minutes? How did you not realize from talking with her that she's a gold digger? She's interested only in money.
$450.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the caviar was not cheap.
No.
But did you still try to pursue it?
No, I'm in $450.
Yeah,
Trust me, you don't think waking up after that night not hitting was tough?
So you didn't
Oh, so he didn't even sleep with her.
even...
No.
Oh,
But this really hit me different.
There's a video that all of us have seen. It's the 2011 British Grand Prix where there's this pretty blonde who is interviewing you in front.
Just look at her face, guys. Look at how she looks at him. She wants to eat him.
In front of your wife, and she looks like she is about to jump out of her clothes and jump.
Oh my God, just look at her face.
Jump on you. But she looks like she's about to cry. And when they show the video, they cut your wife out of it. I see dating coaches show this video all the time. The argument about the dad bod, which is a myth, guys. Women are telling you they like the dad bod because they want you to stay at home and not fuck other women. Women don't like the dad bod. That is a myth. Women like athletic men who have broad shoulders and six-pack.
True.
They say it because their husbands have the dad bod. Exactly.
Red flag is that she always is the victim in all the situations. She's telling a story. Yeah. She is the victim. But it's a common theme.
I know. I think I'd run quite fast towards the door because it's just gonna escalate. You have to take accountability.
Take accountability.
Sometimes you're actually the person who's fucked up.
Absolutely.
And if you always make yourself the victim, it means that you can't actually accept the fact that you're wrong. And women do that a lot.
For them, reality is optional.
Oh.
They decide what reality is based on how they feel. So if I feel that you're disrespecting me, you don't love me, that's a fact for the emotionally immature person.
That's why I say, guys, I don't care about women's feelings. Just because you feel a certain way, it doesn't make it reality. But remember, guys, they always say they want an emotionally intelligent guy. When they're not emotionally intelligent themselves, they're just emotional. It's a very big difference.
Not objective at all.
And there's no taking them off that. There's no changing their minds.
No, because they...
She had a dream last night that you cheated, and she woke up angry at you. And you can't tell her that this is not true because she has that feeling, that gut instinct that she thinks you're cheating. And to her, that's reality.
Deny, dismiss, or distort any information that they don't want to hear. And if you are the kind of person who is self-reflective, that's almost impossible to get your head around, that someone could do life in that way.
Or not take it on somehow. And
I can't imagine going through life and base your every decision on how you're feeling that day or that moment. It's so crazy to me. I can't understand it.
And take on the burden of being the fixer.
Precisely.
Somehow we've reached the point in time where women are now posting mental breakdown videos in their car, screaming and crying because they made eye contact with a man.
The anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got, literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally...
Ma'am, you have mental problems. You should go see a doctor.
really feel so disgusted. I feel like...
And they wonder why men don't approach them anymore.
What? Recording yourself breaking out in hives and screaming in a parked car because a man looked at you is a new low. And a new ick. You see, this is exactly why men keep their eyes down at the gym. Because one wrong glance, and suddenly, you're the villain on a TikTok meltdown video. What's even crazier is she's getting praised and validated all over the internet. People saying, yes, queen, set boundaries. Recently made a video about this chick who started screaming and breaking out in hives because a man looked at her.
Don't look at me!
She saw the video, she didn't like it.
One of my videos is going viral. Very obviously a joke. Like any normal person will watch that video and be like, oh, this is a joke. That's not enough for me to have sent him so many.
No, ma'am, your eye was twitching. You broke out in hives. And you were super serious. You weren't joking. You have actual mental problems. You should see a professional. You need help.
Many messages talking about like people are trying to reach me at my job. I think it's just so crazy the fact that I am making a joke about not wanting male attention. Like incel final boss is directing all his hate at me from men specifically. Leave me the fuck alone.
Instead of messaging me and saying, I'm sorry, can you just take down the video? She proceeds to make another meltdown video talking about the violent thoughts in her head and how she's gonna send people to heaven.
I don't need any more fucking lessons. The next lesson, I'm gonna send them straight to heaven. I'm not even gonna say the most violent thought in my head.
Then she went ahead and
What did I tell you guys? She actually has mental problems.
messaged my girlfriend on Instagram asking to take down the video because I guess that's how mature adults resolve things now. She finally messaged me saying she's getting hate, death threats, and I should leave her alone. And the classic line, I was joking. Of course you were. It's always a joke after the meltdown goes public. This wasn't that deep. I reacted to something you posted online.
Yeah.
That's how the internet works. But
You posted a video publicly online for everybody to see. If you don't want people to react to it, don't post it.
instead of owning it, you spiral, you threaten, you delete, you play victim, you blame me. And then you message my girlfriend trying to guilt trip her saying you're getting death threats. This is exactly what happens when emotional instability gets an iPhone. It's not that men are dangerous, it's that sanity is rare. And women like this are proving it every single day. Listen, all I'm gonna say is if eye contact with a man sends you into a full-on breakdown with hives and screaming, dating is probably not gonna be your next step. Therapy is.
Hear me out. I think all boys should get the snip at birth, and then when you're actually serious to be a baby dad, we reverse it.
Huh?
Let them know what the snip is.
Is it called hysterectomy? Basically means
Hysterectomy,
No.
babe.
Hysterectomy is insane. That's when they take out your womb.
You guys have got to have sympathy for girls, okay? We've got periods and all that stuff. We need a break. You guys have nothing. You wake up every day, do the same thing.
Okay, then why don't you give guys a break? Because we have testosterone and we're horny all the time. Why don't you give us a break? Oh, because you don't care about us or our problems.
Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my new girlfriend because she said her past is none of my business? So I recently got together with my now ex. Things were going good during the dating stage. Anyways, she injured.
Let me just say this. A woman that isn't ashamed of her past, she has no problems telling you about her past.
Introduced me to some of her friends, including a male friend of hers. She had other male friends, but this one in particular made me feel uncomfortable with how he acted with my new girlfriend. So I asked my girlfriend if there was any history between them. My girlfriend then says, that is none of your business. My past is none of your business.
There is history between them. That's why she said that. From the start, good on him. I would do the same thing. I would break up with her instantly.
Honestly, I've been here before. Another ex I had did this BS and cheated on me. So I told her we were done right then and there. I don't think she expected me to actually break up with her then. She followed me to my car and said, we can talk about this, but I told her no.
This mom abandoned her husband and her family in order to live the single life. She jumped on the you look happier trend and goes, thanks, I got a divorce and gave him full custody. Flexing on the fact that she walked away from her husband and her child.
Ma'am, if you wanted to be single and childless, why did you make a child in the first place? Why did you choose that guy and had a kid with him? It's so stupid. It just shows me that you have very, very low IQ.
And the amount of women in the comment section justifying this is ridiculous.
Of course.
People are saying like, oh, well, dads often walk out, so why can't women? Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right. and you willingly gave up any communication with your husband and any effort to co-parent your child that you are responsible for as someone who helped bring them into this world.
It's not just only one mistake. She made a mistake dating the guy. Then she made another mistake marrying the guy. Then she made another mistake having a kid with that guy. Your past is a very good indicator of your future, ma'am. You just show me that you don't know how to make good decisions in your life and you have a very low IQ.
Girl, the fact that you did this so that you could be young again and live that party life of being single is unacceptable.
Even today, the average IQ of a man is 99 and 97 for a woman. More importantly, however, 7 out of 8 people in the top 1% of IQ are men. Sorry, love, I know it's triggering, but every single man in this chat would dominate intellectually.
But do you realize that that's because men are offered greater opportunities of education? Men do.
Guys, let me just repeat that moment because it's so funny.
Men do. Men do worse in college. They do worse in college.
Wait,
What?
Maren,
You're
hold on,
literally
Maren.
saying that men are intellectually more smarter.
Wait, Maren, are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
So just to be, okay, so the statistics would seem to disagree with you.
How so?
Well, ever since it's either 1979 or 1980, there's been more women who go to college than men. That's 4 decades of there being a greater representation of women in higher education. This number today is something like, I think it's 60-40 split. So what this means is, so women who went to university in 1979, 1980, they're now retiring. So you've essentially had an entire workforce through the period of that workforce where women started going to university more than men.
Do you still trust women after working in nightlife for 20 years?
You know, obviously, you see a lot of cheating. I remember a girl was on a girls' night out in the bar, and she basically, her friends left and she got talking to a guy. Obviously, she had the wedding ring on. The guy is actually somebody I know very well. All her friends leave. She says she wants to stay. One of the friends kind of lingers for a little while, trying to get her to leave and knows what's about to go down. The girl just shoos her away. She ends up leaving. So now it's just her and him. Obviously, we're walking, you know, we know where this is going to end up. So he's looking at me going, yo, she's married, she's married. I'm like, dude, I don't want to part of this, right? Wow. Yeah, I don't really know the girl. Anyway, she gets on the phone and she's right near me at the end of the bar and she calls her husband, hey babe, Stacy's vomiting and stuff. I'm going to stay with her and look after her. And so I'm going to be home late, or I might just sleep at Stacy's house, you know, depending.
This is why I tell you guys, if she's your girlfriend or your wife, she shouldn't want to go to the club with her girlfriends. Why does she want to go to the club without you? Oh, because she wants attention from men, that's why.
Depending on how she looks. I don't know who Stacy is, but she sure as ain't in the bar at this point, right?
Oh my God.
Right, so fast forward a few hours, you see them making out and the whole nine. They disappear. I believe dumpsters were involved, right? Yes.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Well, they disappeared. It's a hidden spot, you know. He comes back in. He's like, Rishi, I'm out. And I'm like, daps me up, leaves. I'm like, dude. She comes in 3 minutes later, just adjusting herself, calls her husband, has him pick her up at the bar, comes in, and she's introducing him to people like nothing happened. And I'm just like...
Women are fucking awful, right? And I don't mean every single woman, right? I mean just women that I talk to for some fucking reason. Let me tell you guys something. I was talking to this girl, and you know, we were gonna hang out, and I wanted the first date to be yogurt. I always go with froyo as the first date because, you know, it's low risk. If the girl fucking hates me, she could leave. Like, it's simple. It's for her benefit, not fucking mine. And this girl told me that she don't like sit-downs. It makes her feel like she's getting interviewed. So I don't know how the fuck she's ever gonna go on a date ever, because dates require you to talk to one another. But she said she didn't like that. I was like, okay, you want to go to the gym? She works out. And she was like, no, that's weird. I was like, okay. I got a pool table at my store. You want to come and play some pool? We can do that. She's like, no, that's weird. I understand that one. And then I mentioned like 4 other things. She denies all of them. And I was like, what the fuck? This bitch wants me to take her fucking ice fishing. She don't like them. She says, those are low effort. So I say, you know what? See you later. Then she...
No my guy. She wants you to spend a lot of money on her. That's how you show her that it's not low effort.
She hits me up later on. So I talk to her again, and then she wants to go to Topgolf. I'm like, all right, fine. But, you know, some shit happened where we couldn't go. And then it was like it was Father's Day. She was asking me if she wanted to go to Topgolf. I was like, yeah, I'd do that. But the bays are all taken. It's fucking Father's Day. And she's like, well, maybe you can go and wait for a bay. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not going to go my dumbass wait and then hit her up if it's fucking available. Then I tell her, why don't we just fucking go for a walk in this like nice part of town, right? And this is a very popular place. She tells me this shit. And I tell her, you know,
I don't feel comfortable walking around somewhere I don't know, but thank you. My guy, first of all, you put in too much effort. Why? She's not worth it, my guy.
I don't want to fucking see you anymore. I didn't even tell her see you later. I just said I don't want to fucking see you. Just, here's a tip for you boys and girls. Girls, fucking lower your fucking expectations for the first day. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. And boys, don't ever take no shit. Anyway, see ya.
I got fired for being a woke professor.
No, you got fired for scamming your students out of $120,000. I'm going to let her tell you what she said she was doing, and then I'm going to show you the truth with receipts.
I designed a kick-ass course to teach my 600 students about basic self-awareness, empathy, and essential communication skills for life. But, I mean, basically being a good human.
Now, let me tell you what she actually did. She designed a college course that required you pay to join her patriarchy rebellion community for the low price of $99 a year. Remember, she has 600 students. Now, since she was teaching at a business school, you might think that the patriarchy rebellion community is about succeeding in business. It's about communicating well in business. Nah, according to her, it's a safe place to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the fucking ground. This is her saying this. Also, according to her, 100% of the membership fees are donated to Planned Parenthood. But here's something even funnier about that. Her web pages say different things that she was doing with the money. On her GoFundMe, it says she was using the funds to buy herself a Rebellion RV. Her website states that 100% of the membership fees are used for awareness, education, and activism for a bully-free future. And of course, we already saw the Facebook post where she says it's going to Planned Parenthood. And because she had been running this scam since 2022, she's raked in more than $120,000 in membership fees. All for a community that, as she said, is to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the fucking ground. So no, you didn't get fired for being a woke professor. You got fired because you were scamming your students out of $120K.
Am I the asshole for telling my friend she's in the same league as men she calls ugly?
Oh my God. Yes, absolutely.
No. She just told her the truth. See how this woman reacted? They don't actually want you to tell them the truth.
Okay. My friend, 19 female, downloaded dating apps like Tinder and Hinge for the first time about a week ago. For reference, she's the type that always says she wants a boyfriend, wants to do couple things, feels lonely, single, etc. She's also, in my opinion at least, very normal and average looking wise. Not ugly, not super hot, just alright. Since then, she's been complaining to me that almost all the men there are ugly, short, etc., and that she doesn't match with anybody hot. I asked to see which people she was calling ugly, and so she showed me her likes, and it mostly showed people perfectly in her league, as in moderately attractive guys. I told her that these guys were all in her league, and she should give some of them a chance.
But they don't actually know their level. They all think they're princesses. That's the problem.
Since she always complains about wanting to be in a relationship, she denied that she's the same league as them and said that she's much more attractive than them. I pointed out that in her own words, she doesn't match with any of the guys she does find attractive, so she's not in their league. She said I was an asshole.
That's so mean.
Just listen to the woman. That's so mean. No, ma'am, that's reality. That's being a good friend. Being a good friend means that you help your friend not be delusional. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.